Alicia here from Wild Birds Unlimited of Chapel Hill. Our Eliminator Squirrel-proof feeder has been washed. It is completely dry, so now we're ready to reassemble it. First, we're going to start with the hub assembly. We have the top and the bottom. To put those two pieces together, you're just going to line up the paint. You see the paint there and the paint there. It should snap into place. There we go. Then we're going to put the hub assembly into the shroud. You'll notice there's this little piece here that's going to sit inside the hole that you see there where my finger is. So just sit that down inside of there. I'm going to put my hand over it so it doesn't fall out so I can show you what it looks like on the bottom. So that piece just sits in there. Now we're going to thread our metal perches into the hub assembly through the shroud. Those just screw them all the way in. All right, that's done. We are going to now put the center rod assembly back into this part of the feeder. And so this is key. If you're looking at this piece this way, you'll notice a yellow paint line. And also there's 3 notches. 1, 2, 3, or 3 pieces. Now look at this piece. Hold it like that. You'll see the yellow paint line and these 3 notches that are cut out. So what I do is I hold these 2 pieces facing towards me, lining up those 2 yellow lines. And then now you're just going to match up those yellow lines and everything just sits right down in there. Now we are going to take and put our wing nut on. Since this is metal on Teflon, you just want to be careful that you don't re-thread this. So take your time. Don't tighten this. Just loosely put it on there. Those will need to be loose because we're now going to put the cardinal ring on. Put your cardinal ring over like this. And starting from the 2 opposite sides, at the simultaneously, you can unscrew the metal perches into the holes on the cardinal ring. Once you have those, then you can go around and do the rest. Now I'm just going around and tightening these, making sure they're all in the holes. Okay. I am going to now tighten this down. If you don't tighten it down, the squirrels and the raccoons, if they can get to your feeder, will just remove these and your cardinal ring will fall off. Tighten this down to lock these perches into place. Real snug. Now we're going to put on our skirt and weather guard. So first, the skirt is just going to slide over and sit right on top of the feeder. Next, the smallest end or narrowest end at the top of the weather guard is going to sit right on there, followed by the other piece of the weather guard that just sits there. Next, we're going to put our tube on. The tube is what will hold all this in place. We're looking for the 2 yellow arrows on each side of the seed tube. That's going to line up with those 2 yellow painted pieces there. So make sure you line that up before you push and wait for the click. If you don't hear that click, it's not locked. And if it's not locked, 3 quarts of seeds going on the ground. The next thing we're going to do in the final thing is put your lid on the feeder. So we're just going to hook this onto the dowel pin, just like a child-proof cap. Push down and twist. Check to make sure it's locked. All right, your feeder is ready to hang.